Friday morning and I'm heading to work. What a strange sensation this is. Some of you may be aware, but I haven't exactly had a lot of work to do recently. My post in Leeds got transferred down to London, and they basically didn't organise for me to do anything. So I've pretty much been sat around for 3 months. I did a bit of filtering here yesterday and got completely fucked over. Wasn't clever. This isn't clever either. Not sitting behind him. So yeah, I've had pretty much nothing to do for 3 months, but still getting paid. And it's been quite weird. I mean, I haven't been depressed or anything. I haven't been happy with it, but I haven't let it really get me down. Because I've been really down before, and I don't like that feeling. So I've kept myself quite upbeat, as much as I could possibly be. And yesterday I was working from home, for want of a better euphemism, and I turned the BlackBerry on at around about 3 o'clock. I'd checked it throughout the day, but this time I put it on around about 3 o'clock, and for the first time in 3 months I had emails relating to something to do with work. And it was all because I had written to the big boss. I wrote to the big boss last week and told them in very positive and constructive terms that I wanted something to do, and it seems to have worked. I got an email from our office saying, well, we found you a post, you're going to be working with so-and-so and so-and-so, and they'll be in touch with you. Yeah, I thought, brilliant. Then I realised they were going to be in touch with me imminently, so I got all my gear on and I went to work. And I was actually in quite a good mood. It's really strange how this thing that we all complain about all the time, the stuff that gets in the way of our life, work, can actually give you such joy. All I want to be is useful, adding value. That's all I want. And the organisation that I work for, all of the work, whatever you're doing, it's all bloody interesting stuff. And there's such a diversity of range in terms of the work that you can do. As long as I'm not playing around with finance or statistics, I'm quite happy. As long as there's some real work that means I get out and speak to real people and actually have to use my brain a bit, rather than just writing reports on the basis of information that gets sent in by other people. Yeah, I did that years and years and years ago. Doing that again is just a backward step. So I'm heading into work today and I'm really quite happy. And I've set up my hold drift for the first ever time on my handlebars on my new ram mount set. I had the drift on the bike at the front, down below, down on the engine bars while I was in Ireland, and with all the vibration throughout a week and a half of riding in Ireland, I hadn't realised that actually it was starting to come loose. And at one point, with Wyvern Biker and another lad behind me, the drift fell off, bounced onto the floor. I think it hit the wheel in some way, bounced up, hit the underside of the bike. I'm going, oh bloody hell, what's going on here, what's happening, what's happening? And then Wyvern, I think he's got it on camera, says it bounced about 5 or 6 feet up in the air, maybe even more, and only just missed his head. Which is quite funny. But there's some scratches on the lens, but I managed to find the SD card, managed to find the insides of the thing. The battery was long gone, and never did find it. So I bought a new battery and I wanted to test it out, and it does still work. Until the other day. For some reason it just wouldn't turn on, it wouldn't record. Everything else would work, but it just wouldn't record. And I think, oh God, what have I done? What have I done? What's happened now? I was thinking, well, it's an old thing, it's knackered, I'd probably do with a new one. I've got my Garmin Verve on my helmet, so I'll have a play and take it apart and see what's inside it and start understanding the electronics that's in there. I didn't need to do that. The issue was the SD card. It was locked. But it wasn't just locked, but the little pin that goes on the side of it for the lock-unlock on the SD card was missing. And I think, oh, bloody hell, I need a new pin then, this, that and the other. I need to move something over to turn it to unlocked. No, you don't. What it actually is if there's a gap there, at the bit where it says unlocked, where there's a sensor or there's a connection, if there's a gap, then the SD system will not notice it, will not recognise it, and will perceive it as locked. So all that you actually have to do is wrap sellotape around it to make a complete system across, and whatever is inside the female bit of SD card systems thinks that it's in the unlocked position because it connects against something solid. Oh, that was really interesting to find out. So for the first time I've got this camera set up. Let's see how it works. There's some scratches on the lens, you'll probably be able to see it, but if I put it at a small enough resolution in the corner, then you're not likely to see it at all. I have no idea whether it's getting my head in this or not. I haven't got a clue. It seems to be very bloody close, so I'll tell you. But I'm not going to use this. I don't think I'll use this view very often because I don't really like it. I don't find it interesting that you've got a little rectangle up in the corner of a video that just shows somebody's helmet. That's not interesting. Mr. and Mrs. B's brain dump, Mr. B, he uses one where it shows him but it also shows what's behind him as well. I quite like that. That works for me. Showing at least something behind, something in shot. Right, anyway, I think that'll do for today.